Hey everybody, I'm Peter and Britt's here joining me from the Heart Hub. So we wanted to do our regular weekly community update. So we've got a few things going on this week. Tomorrow, January 4th at 7 p.m. Mountain Time is our monthly first Tuesday psychedelic discussion. And this one represents, after a bit of a distraction, I guess, from things that are not really psychedelic related that were related to this community, we are getting back into the pattern of doing psychedelic discussions for the community and for the wider public every Tuesday for free by donation at 7 p.m. every first Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And this month it's going to be MDMA. So we're entitling it the Warm Hug of MDMA. And Krystine Grace, who's a member of our community, will be doing a presentation and facilitating a Q&A and discussion on MDMA as it pertains to recent attention that it's gotten in psychedelic psychotherapy research, as well as individual and couples work. And there'll be an opportunity to ask questions, share anecdotal stories. We'll be recording the presentation, but not the discussion afterwards, so that we can really get into some good stuff there. Also on Friday, our Feel Good Fridays is kicking in again, January 7th at noon Mountain Time, which is kind of like a sharing circle, except maybe not so serious. It's come and chit chat about whatever's going on in your day. And it's a nice break to have maybe over lunch, depending on what time zone you're in. And so there's the events that are coming up this week. And the last big thing this week is we've gotten some good feedback on the thing that we're calling the Heart Oath, which is our set of community agreements, which is the agreement that everybody will make to themselves and to each other in how we show up and participate in the Heart Hub. And we're going to be continually refining this, but we're getting close to feel like what we have is a good first sort of working version of this that will then be regularly updated, probably monthly or every couple of months as things emerge, as things change. And so we've made some updates to that. And there's an article posted in the Heart Hub, and I believe it's pinned as a featured post. So we'd love for you guys to have a read over of that and make any comments on what jumps out to you as really good, what maybe feels a bit challenging, anything that might be missing that you feel like would be a good addition to help make this space feel very safe, to be vulnerable, to be open, and to really allow you to both dive into your own work from that place of safety, as well as things that you think you would be helpful to hold yourself to account and hold the community to account with each other to maintain these agreements so that we all feel like we're in this space together. And then the last thing for this week is it is January, so we're into our new theme for the month, which is the Underworld.
Yeah, so moving into the underworld from the void, the energy of the void that we were in last month together and that we explored. This energy is very, very similar, right? Where this is where we may experience sort of more of those deaths. You know, in the void, it was like maybe nothing's really happening, but I'm a bit on edge. And now we're moving in, and maybe there's a bit more clarity, especially having gone through the new year here, in terms of, you know, what are pieces that I actually want to maybe leave behind, that I want to allow to die, kind of psychically, or that I'm going to put to rest. And so, you know, we find ourselves in the underworld within the fires of transformation. And it can be tough spending time in this energy. It is not my favorite energy. Neither was the void, but here we are. And the void taught me a lot last month. So I'm actually really excited to delve into this underworld energy with all of you. And actually, we've had some really awesome kind of comments and things on our theme post for the month. And one of the community members brought in something that I loved. You know, they talked about how they were glad that we've landed in this liminal space in the early winter embrace here that we are in, and that this is that betwixt and between space where ambiguity and uncertainty hold the reins. And these are not my words, these are the lovely community members' words. And that this person has been able to allow themselves to really just relish the time that they spend abiding in these deep waters. And I loved that too, because that is what the energy of the underworld feels like. It's very, the fires of transformation, but also very, very deep waters. And they brought in this idea of like dwelling at the threshold of our lives and what that means. And of course, it's different for every person, but it brings in sort of that like, yes, this is it. In the underworld, we are sitting at these thresholds, you know, about to walk through a different doorway. And we might not know what lays on the other side, but how can we lean into and make comfortably uncomfortable being at that threshold, or what can we learn in the threshold space, in that liminal space. So I can't wait to delve into this more with everybody. We will be talking about it more also at our themed sharing circle, which is on the 15th. We'll talk more about that next week in our community update. But I'm so excited to dig into this with you guys, because it's always easier to face things in the underworld when we know that we are not alone.
Oh, this is exciting. So for those of you who are watching this in the community, thank you so much for sticking with us and for being a member of the community. We really appreciate it. For anybody that's watching this through our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, link below. But if you go to thehearthub.ca or refer anybody that you think might be a good fit for the community, send them to thehearthub.ca and they can sign up today. So thank you very much. Have a great week. And we hope to see you tomorrow at the first Tuesday discussion on MDMA. So have a great week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.